Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a challenge video. We're going to try and win some games with Admiral Trench. So here is the front ability. Discard a card that costs 3 or more to draw a card. So it's a filtering mechanism. Search for answers on this side. On the other side, on the deploy side, deploys at 6. It's not an epic action, so it means you can do it as many times as you want. And the when deployed ability basically draws you the third best card out of the top 4 on your deck. So you reveal the top 4, an opponent will discard 2 of them, and then you'll draw 1 of the remaining cards and discard the other. So effectively you are drawing the third best card out of the top 4 cards on the top of your deck. So looking at this leader, the best build could be control. We're going to search for answers and hopefully play some big units. A little bit of recursion out of the graveyard with things like a restock. Bounty Hunter crew is in this aspect. So let's have a look at a list. We've picked up a list from Copycat99. There's a link to his YouTube in the description and also a link to this deck list. It's fairly standard blue-yellow hard control in the flavor of Boba Yellow in previous sets. Notable mentions in this list is the base Colossus. We're going to start with 1 less card, but we're going to be drawing a lot of cards. So we're going to take the 5 extra health. The new cards, Contracted Hunter, 4/4, Ambush. Basically just a removal for a ground unit. Think of it as a Power of the Dark Side. It's just a ground unit that does that just on the ground. So also, we've got Nebula Ignition. So Nebula Ignition is another board wipe that will remove all units that haven't been upgraded. Then we've also got 3 out of aspect redemptions for those heals. So that's the list. It's in the description. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are back on system here. We'll need that deck list. 1 sec. And we'll jump into a game. Just Premier Casual. We'll see who wants to versus. To be honest, it's not a fun deck to play against because it is hard control. So not a lot of people might want to jump in and play against the Admiral here. We've got multiple removals, Power of the Dark Side, Merciless, takedowns. We've got Basine for filtering. So our win conditions are either going to be big units or our win condition is going to be milling with these vigilances. All right, nothing yet. Let's see if we can join a game. Over red. So that's going to be a very hard matchup, but those ones down the bottom are, how do you say it? Those ones are best of 3. We're not really going to play a best of 3 with this deck. So we've got Bossk Green. Not a bad matchup for us to start. The Basine is a good start, but against most decks. But against Bossk, we don't want to give him early units that he can put bounties on. So I would rather just search for removal first. And the Bounty Hunter crews, I'd rather see them later. All right, let's mulligan that one. Okay, Pershing's good. Contracted Hunter is good, and so is the Merciless Contest. I like the Entrench. Sometimes you can just entrench Pershing as well. So let's ditch the Redemption and ditch the Contracted Hunter. All right, let's play Pershing down. Thought we might have got a bounty, but we don't. We'll claim. This deck has only got 1 restock, so you have to be very careful about losing that one. The Bounty Hunter crew gives you sort of that recursion that you're after. Let's go Merciless. Let's get rid of that. You don't want to put your Entrench down straight away either to give him an ability to ambush into Pershing. Let's rummage. So we're going to discard a card that costs 3 or more. So let's get rid of Cad Bane and draw another card. Okay, and we can just claim here. All right, let's put the Bazine away. We'll draw first. Okay, Power of the Dark Side. I don't like that punishing one just because he has the ability to re-ready it. We want to get rid of any cards here. Get rid of the Vigilance. Okay, now we've got a Super Laser Blast. Now we're getting the bounty. So we've got Bounty Hunter Crew and then Bounty Hunter's Quarry. We're the ones running the crew. That's not a great one for us to be seeing. I think we just power here. Take the damage. Let's just pass. If he deploys Bossk, we'll just entrench it. And then pass again. We have 2 Bounty Hunter crews this time. And a Waylay. Don't think we need the Waylay. Well, let's just run in with our Bounty Hunter crew and take a Vigilance. Might as well resolve it. We don't want to give him an opportunity to... Okay. Being hit with the Ruthless. Alright, let's just claim. Could be a tough matchup for us given the state of the Ruthless and the other indirect damage that he potentially does have. Let's get rid of the Pershing. So, that click. Alright, so we do have the No Glory in this deck. I think we just play Evacuate here. Alright, he brings it back. We'll claim. We're after something to take that away. Alright, let's get rid of Contracted. We're kind of blocked at the moment from playing Cad Bane, so let's Super Laser Blast. Just take the damage. We could end up getting hit with a Crate Dragon here, so it's not good either way. We'll Rummage. Get rid of the Bounty Hunter crew. Yeah, not looking good. Alright, get rid of the Takedown. Probably going to get hit for 4 here. Yeah. We'll defeat and heal. If he plays a Crate Dragon, we're in trouble. Okay, let's just claim. Here, now we get our No Glory. So we can get rid of the Nebula. We can take both of these. Still hasn't used his ECL. Might as well deploy. We've got 3 available here. Need our redemptions now. There's a lot of cards in hand. So a lot of that indirect. We're being hit with 2 missile platforms, a Ruthless Raider. Alright, let's take the Entrenched. What do we lose? A Redemption and our Merciless. So that's not great. Alright, let's just hit him for 4. And we'll just claim. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. That wasn't even an ambush. So again, we can Cad Bane all three of these. All right, let's get rid of takedown. So 4/7, so our Cad Bane can take all of them. See if we can ambush in again. It's another timely for Beta this time. Wow, that's not good. Yeah, okay, we have to claim and play the Snoke. We'll take the indirect damage. It'll just be Pike. We'll take it all on Branch. He's still got his ECL, that's the problem. Haven't hit our redemptions this game. Alright, so he's going to hit with that. I think we just kill Pride here. He's likely got a barrage for next turn. So in that case, let's put... Going to hit for 4, which is going to take us really close. We don't... But he's going to put a barrage and then kill Snoke. So let's put it on his frigate, even if he does kill both of these. We've got our Avenger coming in. Now we're getting all our no glories. Yeah, so barrage, that takes care of all of them. We can play the Avenger. Right, he's going to leave that one out. I imagine because he has like he's looking for a maul or something like that, can just run in and do the extra damage on Trench. Hit a overwhelm. So we died a maul. Okay, let's just claim here. All right, we have to hit and then just hope that he doesn't have a maul or something here that would kill Trench. Trench was a 5/5. It'd be so much better in that situation. Heal target. Okay. All right, let's heal and shield Trench. Heal 5. Shield. This protects him from the ambushes coming in. All right, we can power the dark side, that one. Then Vader. All right, let's claim. All right, so we're going to play 9 and then 5. So let's get rid of... This game is not going to the end, so let's get rid of the restock. Can always bounty hunter crew if we need it. All right, let's hit base for 8. All right. 32. Let's hit base for 4. Okay, we bring a bounty hunter crew in and we get our vigilance back. And then we just heal and put a shield on the bounty hunter crew. Pass. Right. There we go. We won a game with Trench, and that was not favored at all. Like, we were walking the tightrope heavily on that game. That was crazy. All right. Let's play an Anakin. Let's see. Problem with Anakin, if he's got a lot of hand hate, that you'll just be able to strip out hand, and we might get too far behind. This is not what we want. We want like a um a Pershing or something like that to start with. So Super Laser Blast is one of the key cards in this matchup. I do like Bazine, but I would rather just smuggle her out. So let's definitely put that one away. And then we've got Bounty Hunter Crew or the Avenger. We're going to need to cycle. So let's put Bounty Hunter Crew away. And we're going to rummage that Avenger anyway. All right, let's rummage to trade out the Avenger. Now we get a redemption. We're after that so much last game. All right, let's claim. All right. French is okay. Cad Bane's okay. All right, let's do the redemption. All right, so the question is, do we care about this damage at the start? We can take down it. I'd rather save that. So let's rummage again. Put Cad Bane away. Contracted Hunter's good. All right, we'll just pass here. If he plays a ground unit like a Yoda, we'll just run in with the Hunter. Nope. All right, so let's just claim. We're going to take down that. I'm trying to build some hand size up here. Waylay. Probably don't need to contract that Hunter here. We're just trying to slow him down enough. Let's just take down the X-Wing. We'll rummage the Waylay. Evacuate. Okay. All right, let's just claim. Ignition. Nebula ignition. Probably don't need, or is it evacuate that we don't need? Evacuate will send all of this back. Or is it the vigilance? Because the trouble is, if you evacuate the turn he brings Anakin out, it's not that great either, but we're kind of getting stuck. Get rid of vigilance. All right, let's rummage. We'll get rid of the Nebula. Oh, Merciless is good. I'm kind of after that type of things. Can have vigilance. All right, let's Merciless. Lucky those force throws aren't tactics. That they're force. All right, let's claim. So this next turn, we're going to Bazine. We're going to get rid of something in his hand. Pershing is no good here. So Bazine, we put in our resource row right at the start. This is playing on hard mode, this deck. All right, full. Okay, then all right, well, it has to be Luke, right? Yeah. We want an entrenched on the Anakin eventually, like village. Okay. All right, so that kind of changes things a little bit. For us, do we take a... Because the trouble is pillage is a tactic that he can just draw that. I think we're going to take too much damage if we just... I don't want him... I think we get rid of the evacuate here. All right, let's just claim. We can deploy trench next turn. We need to. We're going to take 5 damage a turn until Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage. Okay, let's get rid of the waylay. There are options here. We want to last one more turn. So we're going to, if we get rid of, I don't want to get rid of that because I don't want to trigger another tactic. So we may be better off to use the entrenched. So let's bring out trench because we want to draw the extra card, because if I played vigilance and he pillaged, I would be out of the game because I'm going to lose my super laser blast. This way we're going to draw a card. All right, I'm going to take the power. Let's see what he does. Okay, so takedown. I'm okay with that. Do we try and prevent 4 damage? I think so. Let's entrench Anakin, and then we'll just claim. Next turn with Super Laser Blast. The turn after that, we pray for some good cards. That's his base, isn't it? Yeah, Anakin's is his base. He's down to 2 cards. He will draw one with Stealer. It's unfortunate. Okay. How do we need the Snoke? I think so. Or do we need the No Glory? If he pulls out a Crate Dragon or something like that. 8, what's he going to play? We've got the power. He had fells and things like that, so I think we play it the other way. All right, so we blast. He'll do 2 damage to base, draw a card. Hopefully not a pillage. Now we can begin to use Trench's ability to draw some cards. Now we're sort of hit that sort of top level. All right, so we'll just claim here. Right. Oh, wow. I wish I'd had the, what do you call it? We've got the No Glory. If we had a unit on our side, we can bump the XP. Do we do that? I think we deploy Trench here and then we No Glory. Deploy. We No Glory Obi-Wan and take the XP. We've got Redemption for next turn too. We've just got to not get blown out by the... Yeah, he's going to take it like that. Okay. All right. We could evacuate. This is an X-Wing. So he's just going to have to play the Obi-Wan down. So let's do that. Evacuate. Then we've got the power. It probably worked out better than if we had have gone the other way. All right, pillage. You can have a vigilance, and you can have a power. All right, let's claim. See what he plays out. This is where I really like Trench now. Like, we are deep in the midst of the drawing engine. I don't want to lose any of those. Have we lost our... Hope we haven't lost our restock. No, we haven't. All right, let's deploy. We've got our no glory. Let's take an entrenched. All right, that's what we wanted. We wanted to be able to do this from the start. So now, now we know Glory's Obi-Wan. We've got 2 XP on Trench. Right, we'll just kill the Kanan there. Pass. All right, Nebula Ignition we can definitely get rid of. What's he got for us? A Luke? Plays a Luke, we can get Avenger. Still haven't lost our restock. We've got to make sure we don't lose it. We're getting down close now. All right, Daring Raid. Let's just hit his base for 6. See what else he's got for us. All right, Cassian. We can Avenger that one. I think he'll have a fell. Yep, claim from before. All right, we'll just keep everything in hand now. Don't want to lose any cards. We know in that last 12 there's a restock. It's not in our row. It's not in our discard. Let's hit him again for 6. A Luke would be kind of bad. Okay, we can redemption here. I want to get out of range of the just the Luke, the normal Luke play. All right, so he plays a redemption. He's going to heal 8, so we claim here. All right, so I don't need majority of these. Bazine, I don't want to play out of the row anymore either. Pass. I think we'll trade the redemptions. We could use takedown, but let's trade. All right, let's hit his base for 6. Another stealer. I think we can just heal again. Or do we Bazine? We could Bazine here. Or do we wait? Like he's picked up something, maybe a rival's fall. All right, let's have a look what he's picked up. Senatorial Committee. Oh, Corvette. We don't want that. I think we run the contracted hunter in, and then we've got, oh, we'll take down Cassian. Then we can run the contracted hunter in. All right. Still very balanced this game. I mean, Trench is doing some serious work as a 6/7 there. All right, we're going to keep our full hand. No restock yet. No Trench's ability. If he runs Tarkin in, I suspect he's going to have a Luke. No, Perilous. Okay. So from here, we just redemption. I think so. We just redemption again, right? We just continue to reduce our life down. Gives us a Sentinel in space. He'll have to trade there. We'll get 2 overwhelmed from Tarkin. Heroic Sacrifice. It's fine. And we'll just hit into his base for 1. If he plays a Luke out here, we can Super Laser Blast next turn. Yep. All right, so let's claim. Why didn't he do that to Trench? Wonder. Don't know. All right, we can Super Laser Blast and then Pershing or Bazine. Just not a Crate Dragon. It's what we're hoping for. Okay. That's okay. Can just entrench that if we want to. All right, let's just entrench that because I want to be able to not worry about it. Okay, K2 is fine, so let's claim. We can run the Bounty Hunter crew into it. Or we can No Glory, which is so good. No Glory, and then we want to play like a Bounty Hunter crew, so let's get rid of Pershing. We will make him discard a card. Our real issue is probably going to be a crate dragon here, would be a real problem for us. Orstro, you can have the contracted hunter. I'm going to rummage because I don't want to deploy here, because if I lose the restock, we're in trouble, and I don't want to Bazine from row or anything like that. Okay, we can play that down now. What do we return here? I think we need a no glory again, or a super laser blast. Which one is it? If we take a vigilance, we can heal. But then if he plays a crate, we do lose. He'll be on 5 cards. We can heal and mill. What's the chance? He would have already played a crate. So let's take this. And then if he draws a crate, it's in the last 2 cards. We've got 2 merciless. So the restock must be the very last card. All right, let's see what he's got. Okay. All right, let's... We don't want to get hit by that Kanan at all. But we want to make sure he's out of cards. So let's heal. 5 damage from base. Discard 6 cards. He's now down to 0. We can then play a Bazine. Take whatever's there left. These are really long games. If you're playing a tournament and you played a full tournament of this, it'd be a big day. All right, so he's got Fell the Dragon and Perilous. Do we care about Fell at all? I don't think so. We're just Perilous, right? Takes 3 damage. Okay, I think we get into Cassian. I think we power here as well. So we'll take 3 from the from fatigue damage. Or maybe I should have rummaged then. If I rummaged, I could have taken the last restock and then played it rather than taking damage here. Yeah. Maybe that was better. We could take an extra 3 from Kanan. Is that right? Pass. No, it doesn't trigger like that. Okay. All right, do we ambush in? All right, let's hit into here. We don't have a Bazine. I would Bazine there normally, if that was the case. All right, let's restock. Restock. What do we need? All right, there we go. We beat a Anakin Colossus with Trench Colossus. All right. One more game. Can we make it a clean sweep? Do we? Hey, we can't play this guy again. We've got to play someone else. That's Sabine. Let's just get beat by Sabine. I don't think there's any world that we can beat Sabine with this deck. It's just not fast enough. It doesn't have ramp or anything like that. So I think this is going to be a walkover. Do you want to mulligan? Yes. Okay, we're going to start with Bazine in the row. And then Bounty Hunter Crew. All right, so we're going to claim for, or pass. make him play something, and then claim, and we'll just go from there. If I was smart, because I got initiative, if I passed, and then he should do a damage first with Sabine's ability, then I'd have to pass again, and then he plays something. We'll see. So we'll start with the pass. Okay, he's going to play R2. Do we rummage? What are we after if we do rummage? Like, there's not super laser blast. All right, let's just claim. But yeah, it doesn't have too many one drops because it makes the power quite small. All right. Okay, I think we can ditch the super laser blast. We'll just power here. And then the question is do we rummage? We'll power. All right, let's claim. I don't think we rummage. What would be good here is like a contracted hunter. Okay, perilous. We got one. So let's take down, and then hopefully he does Sabine and Saber. That would be the best case scenario for us. Take down the Marine. Sabine with the Dark Saber would be best case because then we can just power it next turn. Do we rummage anything that we want? I think we maybe rummage the Perilous. Entrench is okay. We're just trying to buy our time to that super laser blast. All right, claim. Please put a Dark Saber on. If you're a Sabine player, do not do this against hard control. Yeah, do not do this against hard control because I can just entrench whatever on this one. So, is Waylay any good? I mean, we power, right? And then if you play something like a Poe, then we just entrench it. All right, let's get rid of the Waylay. All right, Sabine with the General's Blade. We'll just power that off. Maybe he thought that, I had already played a power. All right, let's rummage. Let's get rid of the super laser. All right, Snoke's okay. All right, let's claim. And then just evacuate these ones. Bounty Hunter Cruise, find a keep. Snoke's kind of a lockout if we do get to that stage, but I think we'll wait for the other one. Is it? Let's get rid of the Bounty Hunter Crew. All right, we'll evacuate here. Hopefully we'll play just a wrecker or something big. All right, evacuate. I think we need our Snoke to sort of like, if we do get to that post Super Laser Blast scenario, that we do have something. Okay, I think we just claim here. I think we want to rummage Snoke. We definitely don't want to rummage the Super Laser Blast. Okay, something like a Vigilance would be good here. We can just Vigilance the A-Wing, get some life back. Or a Cad Bane would be really good. Okay, so we've got the Avenger for post. I think we get rid of an Entrenched. And what we do here is Entrench the A-wing. Deploy trench. He'll get done by wrecker or whatever, and then we just blast. And that way his ECL is gone. All right, let's take care of the A-wing. Deploy trench. He'll either ECL to kill it, or we'll at least kill Sabine. And then next turn we super laser blast, and then we can either follow up with a Snoke or an Avenger. All right, deploy. So if he had all of these other cards, like, you would not have played the leader with the blade. You've got to go wider. Like, he has gone wide now. Let's see what he's going to pick for us. So again, with the deployability, it's 4 cards off the top of the deck. 2 cards he gets to discard straight away, and then I pick the one of the remaining. So I think we keep the redemption here. And yeah, so it's basically picking the 3rd best card off the top of your deck, off the top 4 cards. Right, let's see if he ECL's Wrecker something in. If not, I'm going straight to base anyway. All right, let's just hit base for 4. Now on 8, we're on 16. We get a 10 life head start. Like, he's 35, we're 25. So we're actually just ahead on life. Okay, we'll claim. We super laser blast this board. All right, we get rid of the restock. We are not going to that level. We have 2 redemptions in hand as well, so things couldn't have gone better for us, really. All right, let's blast. See what he plays. If I was him, I would want to go a little bit wider than anything. Don't want to just play like 1 or 2 big units. Okay. For a cause. All right, we'll just claim here. That probably means he's just going to play 1 unit out. And then we just go Avenger and then Redemption. And playing a full day tournament of this, best of 3, 5, 6 rounds. Oh, that'll be a big day. Perfect. Again, I would not have done. Maybe he didn't have any more in his hand, but that's not a great answer now. All right, let's hit the Avenger. Let's hit Poe. We'll claim. And then we'll run the Avenger in again next turn, and then follow up with the Redemption for 8. We've still got 14 buffer at the moment. All right, we'll claim. Yeah, it seems like he's had quite a bad draw. We have got the No Glory where we could do that to him. But I think at this stage we're just going to push damage on the base. See which one he gets rid of. All right, we're 1 hit out of winning with Avenger. So a matchup that I thought might have been impossible. All right, let's heal. Paying 10 for redemption. That's got to be it now. I can't see how he comes back from that. All right, pass. All right, we'll resource the Bazine. Wow, that was close. That was close. All right. All right, there we go. 3-0 with Trench. So it can be done. We can win with Trench. A lot of pain along the way, a lot of luck that went into those. So maybe some questionable plays from our opponents, but there you have it. So the list will be in the description. Check out Copycat99. He's got a video explaining in depth what a lot of the cards in that do. But yeah, until next time, I will catch you later. See ya.